You have to have months of it, journaling it and discovering who you are. I swear to you, if there was a faster way of doing it, I would have already put it out there. I already would have done it. There is no other way that to learn all this stuff. If you want to learn, what it is I'm providing and producing, you don't need to know everything. Okay. And that sounds like I'm hiding something. Like, I'm not trying to give you that little edge. I saw somebody talk about how ICT doesn't teach market structure. Are you out of your fucking mind? Even the stuff that people are talking about market structure right now, that's not even market structure. Nobody, and I'm telling you, Dave, this is including you, brother. There ain't a motherfucker out there that's teaching market structure that I'm teaching. Okay. There's institutional market structure that I'm giving you small little pieces of, small little like puzzle pieces, but you have to look at them compartmentalized to understand what it is you should be looking. It's not higher, high, higher, low, and then a break of structure. That don't mean shit. Many times that's just a run on stops and it continues. And for the folks that ask questions about that, how do you know it's not a shift in market structure or running on stops? Market structure, narrative, both have to be in agreement. You're going to learn that in a week? You're going to learn that in 40 days? Fuck no, you're not. Okay. You need to see time and price over a large sample size, minimum 6 months. Minimum. Why 6 months, Michael? What's the thing? Because you're going to see at least one of the spring or fall seasonal tendencies. Think about it. You're going to see it. You're going to see one of them. And here's the thing. I have students that make their career just in spring, and once they make all their money, they're done. They don't give two shits what's going to happen the rest of the year. I have more students that do that type of style of trading in the fall. They don't do anything. They spend time doing whatever they want to do in the first spring, summer. They ain't worried about shit. And then come fall, which is what we're about to start next week, they do all their work. They run their business. They operate their whole speculation around those months. And the end of the year, they're done. They pack it in. That's it. It's over. Someone's going to say, oh, that's the stupidest thing ever. These motherfuckers are making more than you do in a year, in a week. Complainers, talkers, shit smackers. Get the fuck out of here. Hopefully you won't be caught up in the pursuit of trying to get rich too fast. Because look at whatever it is that you make at your job. I know it's not enough. Even for the folks that are like surgeons in my mentorship that do very, very well. They can say they're happy with what they earn, but if they could make more, they would be very pleased to do it. So enough is never enough when it comes to earning potential. But when you're learning, when you're trying to find consistency, when you're trying to find your way through this for profitability, you got to determine a low threshold for enough. Like you have to find that for yourself and be content with that, and then stretch gently outside that boundary for the next objective that you're going to strive for. Because you don't know where that threshold is that's going to cause you to snap and you break away from rules. And there's that little sweet spot that you have to discover for yourself. Nobody has ever talked about it. Mark Douglas ain't said shit about it. No disrespect to the man. I know his book is referred to as Trader Psychology Bible. A lot of good points in it. But there's a point at which where when you go through your approach to trading, whatever that model is, whatever that thing it is that you're using to get the buy and sell signals that's generating in your screen that tells you to do something, whether it's manually decided discretionary trading, or if it's automated and it's generated by some kind of a, EA or an algorithm that spits out something that tells you to do this or do that. Whatever it is that you're doing, when you're applying real risk to it, you got money behind it. When that happens, your focus is going to be drawn to the results of the trade. And that transition from when you're trading with no money and you're just tape reading You're just watching, reading price. Then you're demo trading, or maybe I should say it this way, paper trading. Before you get to that stage, you want to be doing like mock backup and look at the old data, like a market replay type thing. I'm not a big fan of it. I just, I have to be very careful how I say it, because I know it's helped a lot of my students, and they found profitability after doing exercises with those things. So in recent months, I've applied it as a step, but it's never really been a step, in my teachings, and I've had profitable students. But you have to find that sweet spot in your execution with real money. Where do you separate yourself from following the rules of the model? Like where does that happen? What do I mean by that? Let's just, for sake of discussion here, let's just say that Brian, there is no Brian, it's just some proverbial imaginary person I'm using for the case study here, just like Carl. There is no Carl, but you all know him at work. Brian sets out to learn how to do ICT type trading. He watches videos. He really watches the videos. He doesn't just skim through them. He doesn't fall asleep. He doesn't use them as lullabies. He's going through and he's taking notes, copious amounts of notes. And then once he takes the notes, he's referring to those notes and thinking to himself, how does this apply to me? What would I do with this information? How would I really use this information? Would I be really adhering to this idea, or would I be undisciplined and ignore it? Would I be organized to have my chart set up to anticipate something happening within a 60-minute window? Would I be likely to abandon this approach or model, whatever it is that you're trying to trade with? Because I have lots of ways of using the PD arrays. Would you quickly abandon one of them to go for another one because you've watched another student? So this is what I did. And you want to do that, not knowing that what you're trying to learn can produce the same types of results too. It's just the money management aspect. That part is hard for some of you. And in fact, if I was honest, I think it's hard for most of you, because you want to get to the doing, the making of the money, being part of that crowd. That crowd that has consistent, profitable traders that reside in it, whether it be my community or another, they earned it. They earned that. It's not flash in a pan. It's not over leverage, get through a combine, get funded, get lucky after losing several dozens of funded accounts and just resetting and then finally getting one. And then that's the one you're going to show online. I have students that do that. I'm not going to point them out, but they've done that. And they didn't say they lost beforehand. I wish they would have done that. That's actually more encouraging. Not just here's the receipts. Your stuff works, ICT. I already know it works. I don't need the confirmation. Other people don't need. They see it. Regardless of how many times somebody blows their combine trying to get to it. If they were honest, they'll tell you when they blew the combine or they blew their live account, funded account, let's call it that. They deviated from their model and they went rogue. They went reckless. They started doing stuff that was outside of what they should have been doing. But to say that out loud online or communicate that to me publicly, I mean, they'll say it to me in a private message in TradingView. They'll send it to me in an email that I probably won't get to forever.